It's the Cable League, MTGO Show.
So if we went green, we could take Bristly Bill here over Gaia's Cradle. If you're red aggro, then I guess you're taking Inspiring Vantage over Gut. All the blue cards are kind of middling. I think the Bill's interesting. I think Pack 1 Pick 1 Bill is interesting. Maybe a rough signal sending the Gaia's Cradle. And our archetype is not quite locked in yet. We could still change our minds. But we should do our first pick based on an archetype. What's the best card in this pack? I think the best card is either Gut or Gaia's Cradle. And then it's probably like Mind Twist after that. Maybe Reman's in there somewhere. Oh, Bristly Bill's up there too. Yeah, Bill and Gaia's Cradle are both real close. I'm going to take Bill here. I think that's the second best. And then Pilgrim would be their second best card. Behind Nissa here. Chance Nissa Wheels. Kind of glad I'm not in Boros. I'd be passing Flage here and taking a Goblin Rabble Master, which would be pretty feel bad. So the Fanatic of Ronos is our best card. We could take Dracosaur and open up another color. We could also take Metamorph. Metamorph's probably the second best card for like the mono green deck, right? Totally reasonable. The white cards also could also be totally fine. Either one of them. Wow. So Path Devastation is like by far the best card for our strategy, which means we're either on Smuggler's Copter or Glorybringer. I think it's Smuggler's Copter is it as the second best card for what we get for our start here. Wild to see Academy this late. So I guess my first pick here would be Heat. So my second pick is Caryatid. Just a thing. Steam Vents and Karn are both interesting. Never getting Minsk. We might open like Mox Ruby Minsk. You don't know. You have returned from your anniversary dinner. Hey, congrats, Workshops. Hope you had a pleasant eve. I have one of those coming up. I asked the girlfriend where she wanted to celebrate. And she mentioned Tornado Room, which is a steakhouse here in Madison. Should be a nice eve. Yeah, I don't actually know what the second best card is here, right? Between Dismember and Soaking Mycospawn, I think they're kind of close. Currently, we have no removal. Mycospawn's the best card if the Gaia's Cradle wheels, but we don't know if the Gaia's Cradle is going to wheel or not. I think I'm going to take the Mycospawn. I think I would normally take Dismember in this spot. It's just nice to have some removal, right? 17th. Hell yeah, that's worth it. Cheers. Hey, congrats, Jay, to him. Can I take the card I would have taken first if it wheels? Certainly. If there's like, I think if there's like no cards for the deck, for the archetype, like on the wheels, I was assuming that you would be able to take the second best card for what you're doing. Or I'm sorry, the best card if there's like literally nothing for your archetype. But maybe that's a bad assumption. The Stip donator can clarify if they want. I'm going to take Wasteland over Paradise Druid. I think Paradise Druid would be slightly better at like actually fixing for the red and stuff. Oh, got some real juicy red here. This Questing Beast. Yeah, I think Questing Beast would be the best card for us. And just move away from the red splash. And then our second best pick is either Yavimaya or one of these chonkers. I'm going to go ahead and take the Atali. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to tell what's like best or second best here. I'm going to grab the Temple Garden. Maybe top is best. Maybe advantages in terms of potential splashes. Cradle did not wheel, to the surprise of nobody. I think cutting green is probably better than taking the Ghost Fire Slice. Chalice is maybe in there somewhere. Second best card for what I already have, Stinkfly, is the idea. Might be one of the hardest sips to do. Yeah, I'm doing my best here. Doing my best. So I already have a Temple Guard, which means it's not Razorridge Thicket. I'll take the Mortuary. Yeah, so like what do I do if there's like literally only one card for me? I don't think it matters, because like whatever I take I think is going to my sideboard anyway. But if there's only one playable in the last 3 cards, like these are both dead ass nothing. That's a little tricky, right? I think Phoenix jumping a big green Stomper could be good, so I'm gonna take the Epic here. We'll talk about it when it's interesting, I think, as opposed to when it's not at when in the dregs there. The second best for the draft was the idea. Yeah. I mean, the second best for the draft makes sense to me. Versus the pack. I agree. You'd have a nonsense pack, 5-color pile, no cohesion. So the best card for our deck is definitely Fury. I think Natural Order is the second best. There's a bit of a so the Fury is always going to be good. It's always going to be awesome. There's a bit of a question mark with Natural Order. Can we actually get a payoff? Will we have enough creatures to sacrifice? That sort of thing. And Fury might win more games. This tip's hard to watch. Does it make you uncomfy? No, take the card. The best card. Ah! Does having Natural Order warp up priorities? Oh, so like now the Voltburn Tyrant would be the best pick because it would be a Natural Order payoff. So we got to take one of these red cards. maybe I won't actually end up with a Natural Order payoff now. Maybe there'll be 2 Natural Order targets, yeah. Or maybe there'll be like a wheel somewhere where it actually does something. But I think you're right. I can't like first pick an Atraxa for the Natural Order. You get Primus and Atraxa in the same pack. Oh, this is a hard one for me. Sentinel is just like so much better than these other cards. What about Palace Jailer? What about adding another color? Yeah, I think Palace Jailer is arguable as the second best card for us in this pack. After the Sentinel. I think I would normally take Ballista in this spot. Which means I can do whatever I want with the rest of this. Think about Stoneforge. Think about Burst Lightning. Think about Territorial Kavu. Kavu's at least like something I can sack to Natural Order. If that ends up mattering. Or maybe Arwen. Yeah, maybe Arwen's second best. Let's take Arwen. So I value Deathgreed as champion very highly. Currently, we don't really have anything to channel into. I think I'm just going to grab this Plateau. Wow. Can we actually take the Primus? I think Headliner Scarlet's very good. And I think Natural Order for Primus is like kind of medium. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Headliner won more games in this spot. You think Primus is number 2? I think it's close. Certainly arguable. I'm going to take the Primus here. I think Plunder is the best card here. I don't think it's super close. Plunder just solos some people, and it would help with our white fixing. Second best card is going to be either the Safekeeper or the Terra Sunday. I'm going to go with Safekeeper and just get another green card in the deck, huh? The green critter. It's all kind of trash. I guess Augur would be the best. I'm going to take Tough Cookie. What if I took Ulamog in case the channel wheels? Nah, fuck that. Is Blade Splicer the best card? So then, like, Mud or Carnage Interpreter becomes the second best. Let's take the Mud, I guess. A little bit of filtering. The best card is Fireball. I'm just going to grab the Triumph. Get another Plateau up in this. Pride Mage is maybe in the conversation, too. So the best card is probably Lavamancer. I think I'm going to take this Night Aquarium. I don't think this matters. Scarlet's a premium card. That's how I feel about Scarlet too, Fetterfool. How much better would this deck be with a Gaia's Cradle in it? I think the Talon Gates are actively good here. Something to tutor up with Knight, protect our things. So Heath is probably the best card here by a lot, right? And he gets Plateau and Temple Garden. What's the second best? Swords. Pretty good pack if Swords of Plowshares is the second best card for us, huh? That Lumberjack's interesting too. There's the Minskin Boo. There's the Minskin Boo. Looking at Birds of Paradise, looking at a Johnny, trying to figure out which of those are our second best card. I think I like Birds. Does a lot for our mana. We also don't have like a ton of red permanents for the flip to Johnny, just ping things. I think Birds helps the curve out a lot. By Minsk. Okay. Definitely want some fixing here. The Bloodstained Mire only gets Plateau and Savai Triumph, which is just another Plateau. I think the Taiga is slightly better, so I'm going to take the Mire. Maybe Mire is better with the Knight of the Reliquary, because like you can tutor up a fetch and then grow it that way. I think it's close. I'm not too worked up about it. I like Hexdrinker a lot in this spot. I don't think the Oko Splash is doable. I think we're describing Fiery Confluence. Not a bad consolation prize there. There's probably some people who would take Fiery Confluence over the Hexdrinker. I really like those cards that can just win the game on their own, though. Big fan of those. Is there a black-green lane on the sideboard? Oh, there is, yeah. The Mortuary, so now the Mire can fetch green. Having fetchable Surveillance is kind of nice, too. So there's another Temple Garden there in the Spar's headquarters. Kind of hate this Devoted Druid. The green card to sack to Natural Order, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's better than, like, Tough Cookie or whatever. It's better than a lot of our 2-drops. I'll just grab the Druid. That Dragon would be a solid one. Yeah, I think Jessica's Chariot is the best card here for us by a lot. So I'm going to take the Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, this is good. We're gonna get a good card. I think Bloodbraid Challenger is the best card for our deck. So I'm gonna take Green Sun instead. Green Sun lets me tutor up Bill or Arwen. Yeah, Green Sun's a little iffy here because it doesn't really have a ton of like top end cards to go grab. I think it's solid though. You think we should play the Kavu? We could. Yeah, let's get the Mud out. The Tough Cookie out. Clean up that curve a little bit. No, I don't think Green Sun was better at all. That's why I took the Green Sun. The 5-drop is very good. If you don't think the 5-drop was like the pick there, you're probably underestimating it. It's a really fucking good card. You play it, it gets another gas card, it attacks. They have to trade with it. You bring it back from your graveyard, it gets another gas card, it attacks. Like, it just grinds people down single-handedly. Only having to exile 3 cards to it is insane. It's like, it's very, very strong. I think the best card here is Stomping Ground, and the second best card for me is Ketria Triumph, so we're grabbing the Triumph, I suppose. I guess at least the Ketria Triumph gives me an island for Territorial Kavu, Yeah, the double white on the Flicker Wisp is kind of obnoxious. I would actively play this Lumberjack. I think it'd be great here. Alright, what's going on in this pack, I think Grim Monolith and Deathrite are the 2 options. Deathrite's kind of good, right? We have Wasteland and Bloodstained Mire and Knights and such. Whereas the Grim Monolith, like, just, like, ramps me up to my top end. Like, I could just cast an Atali off a Grim Monolith. I think it's very difficult to figure out which is the best versus the worst for us there. So I'm just giving someone the latest Grim Monolith of their lives. And hopefully they'll be happy about that. So the best card for us here is actually Oddity, because it gives us that mid-range Green Sun Zenith target that the deck needs for the Green Sun Zenith to be actually good. And we don't have that, so we're gonna take Raptor over the Oddity. Because the Raptor is worse, of course. This pack doesn't really matter much. Oh my god, the fucking cat car wheel. The fucking cat car wheeled, and I still can't take it because there's a card in my colors. It'd be so good here! It would be so good! I mean, it's not the worst deck ever. I like how the Avacyn's Pilgrim ended up being on color. Safekeeper is kind of cute with Deathray, but I think I'm going to cut it anyway. How good was this deck with the first picks? I mean, still wouldn't have power, but it would be a lot better, right? We'd have, like, Minsc and Boo in here. We'd have Minsc and Boo and Gaia's Cradle. Like, the 3-mana double striker. Like, it'd be a lot better. The mana would have a lot more untapped duels. Like, we would have had Windswept Teeth. Let's cut Safekeeper and Epic here. Four, five, 6, 7, 8. 8 green sources. A little on the low side, huh? I think we want 9. The green is responsible for a lot of the fixing of the deck, right? The Sylvian Caryatid, the Birds of Paradise, that sort of thing. Red, we could go down to 8. What do we got here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And then whatever is extra should be dumped into planes, because we got a double there with the Palace Jailer. So currently this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, this is too many lands. What if I have to cut this Palace Jailer and then I'm just like splashing swords? I guess that's not the worst. Could play the Mycospawn. Could play this Tough Cookie. Yeah, going down to 5 white sources feels a lot better without the Palace Jailer in there, but then I gotta figure out a replacement. Maybe Epic here makes sense. Maybe Safekeeper's just good. Yeah, let's lean towards green. I've had games where Safekeeper's just amazing. Like, imagine a Bone Horde when you have a Safekeeper in play, right? That's gotta be the most frustrating thing. Can this tip only draft power by opening 2 pieces of power? Yeah, I would have to open 2 Moxen. And then I'd be taking, like, the off-color Moxen. Passing the Moxer, be taking the Jet, you know? I guess I keep this, huh? You're surprised I allowed this stip with how aggravating it is. I wasn't aggravated. I think this stip tilted the viewers more than it did me. I'm like, well, time to pass a Minsc and Boon. The viewers are like, nah! Natural Order looking pretty second best now, huh? Looking pretty second rate. Yeah, just gonna wasteland that. Ooh. What was the step? Take the second best card for our archetype out of every pack. Could have played the Mortuary here and used the Death Right to power out the Kavu, and then I think this is fine though. Totally fine. I never updated the stip commands for Toglo. I just like very rarely mess with commands. Sure. Wish what up? Hey, MT Chair, thanks for 60 months. You stopped bothering since I put it on screen. Yeah, I think that makes sense, workshops. Easier for people to tell. Like some people that didn't know about the command were just asking anyway, right? It just made sense to put it on the screen. And then that makes it redundant to update it. Kind of nice that they don't have another red source in play, huh? Because it doesn't matter that much, right? Because we have the safekeeper down. That's probably fine, right? Just pass here. I just realized that safekeeper could make the Knight of the Reliquary huge if I wanted it to be, if I needed it to be. Yeah, the Tamiya tries to cash in on something, I can just exile whatever they target with the death, right? So the Tamiya's just upticking, and then we just exile it, or beat it down, or whatever. Not a big deal. Song is kind of dope, yeah. Some fun rockabilly plus horns. Would they pet pitch to force? Looks like a Lorien revealed. Yeah, Tamiya just upticking. Yeah, I always kind of resented being referred to as a radio. Even though folks don't mean it in a bad way. Sure. Thank you, Sir Toglo. Oh, they made me discard a card. That's kind of brutal. And then rebuying Pyroglyph. God damn it. Well, that's pretty good. That was a good Colligan's command. Tamiya bought him a ton of time, huh? Hell yeah, Baroness. Yeah, I'm a fan of that Baroness. You went back to League? Like League of Legends? Chain Lightning's the only sorcery here, right? The Kavu can exile the deck fade and make the Paraguay for 3-4. Probably worth doing. I actually haven't played League of Legends in like a year. Basically, as soon as I started dating my girlfriend, as soon as I became a sex haver, I stopped playing League of Legends. What a weird coincidence. What an interesting. I used to play some ARAMs for like an hour after every stream to like decompress at the end of the night. Must be nice. Oh, it is. Probably for the better. Definitely for the better. Luckily, your wife is a gamer, so you still play League. Yeah. My girlfriend's a gamer, too. Usually when I get off stream at the end of the night, she's been playing Hades or some such thing. But we usually jam a game together, or, which I guess you could do with League. She doesn't really... My girlfriend doesn't really play computer games, though. So we play games together. It's usually board games or Magic the Gathering. I have the feeling the Sylvan Safekeeper was just like the biggest dicking this whole game. I've not played Arc Nova, no. You play League to ruin relationships, not to build them. I mean, that probably depends on the couple, right? Yeah, we actually haven't done a ton of Magic. A little bit when I was trying to get her into pre-modern. We should do more of that. Finish building out the pre-modern gauntlet. I've got a bunch of decks in pre-modern, but they're all like torn apart and stuff. And then I'll need cards for some legacy deck or whatever and like rip shit apart. Needed Wooded Foothills for modern recently. Shoop. This is regular Vintage Cube, yeah. Holiday Vintage Cube is like very specifically in December. Yeah, I think that Safekeeper was insane, right? Like their Kolaghan's Command couldn't kill a creature. Their fucking Pyrogoyf like couldn't blow up anything. Like half their plays were just bricked. Kind of far away from that Atali currently. Sounds like this would have been a fun draft. I thought it was pretty fun. Chat sounded like they were getting a little frustrated at moments. Holiday Vintage Cube's where it's at. I don't think there's much of a difference. Holiday Cube is like literally just in that time period. It's not I don't think it's a difference in quality. I tank, they block, I chain lightning. They'd have to discard 3 cards. They probably do that pretty easily, huh? How was the second best card decided? I fucking decided what was what do you mean? How was the first best card decided? I'm drafting. I'm a whole person drafting the cards here. That's like all I do. That's my purpose in the stream. My purpose in front of you right now is to draft the cards and explain why I'm drafting them. Why would there be anything besides that? What do you think you're watching? I think this frog's gonna fucking drink my soup. That's what I think. We getting leaked here. Scolded. I don't like being scolded. Well, now I don't wanna. Man, Dismember would be so much better than Chain Lightning here, But Chain Lightning the Frog, they have to discard 2 cards. They probably snap that off. So I'll kill this. The second best card was for the current deck, yep. Yeah, this frog's definitely eating my soup. Just slurping it up with that big frog tongue. I think we're going to game 3 here. We'll see. Maybe we get to rip really well a few draws in a row or something. What if Psychic Frog was an 0-1? I don't think it would be like the force it is in Legacy right now. But it might still be playable. What if you had to kill someone as a cost to play Psychic Frog? On the one hand, life is precious, but on the other hand, I really want to win. Elo's more important, yeah. I think I'm supposed to fetch out Savai Triome here. So I have both a black source for the Death Riot and a white source. Sure. Yeah, I don't know about the Jace Fate Seal. Maybe they just protect Pat against loyalty. If we get very specifically Fiery Confluence, we can win here. Maybe I should get Mortuary and Surveil towards it, Because I can Deathrite Shaman, Drain, and then Copter them, which is exactly 11, all told. Yeah, let's try. And then we get a draw and then a loot. Might as well take the 1 in 24 chance to win this game, huh? Boo. Okay, I think I'm... Well, I mean, the Deathrite can gain 2 life, and Caryatid can block. And they can't Jace bounce the Caryatid. What's my out? I just fucking described it, friend. Fiery Confluence deals 6 damage there, and Deathrite can drain for 2. So if it had found Fiery... Oh, they're forcing the Caryatid. Alright, that'll lock it up then, because now the Jace bounces the Deathrite. Looks like they had me covered. Had me covered either way. Yeah, that frog's pretty good, huh? We have, like, swords as an answer to it. We didn't see it, though. There's Palace Jailer. I think double white's pretty hard, though. It's pretty easy for them to take the Monarchy back, too. Natural Order looks atrocious in this matchup. Maybe I should just be cutting it against all the counters. Cut the Natural Order, cut the hit. Just put, like, a Karn or something. Some piece of garbage. Arwen just getting stern scolded out of the fucking... Right out of the trilogy. That's gonna counter all my plays this game. Is it you or am I dropping frames? I think it's you, friend. Fool of an Arwen. Gandalf scolding Arwen and MTG is crazy. I don't think it's as crazy as Arwen like marrying random fucking random animals and shit. To you, Bristly Bill, I choose a mortal life. It's like, yeah. Something about the bristles just does it, huh? Hell yeah, Pineapple. If I use Bill to put a 1/1 counter on Birds of Paradise, then Fiery gets kind of good here, maybe. What are the best cowboys? Bristly Bill, one of them. What about the one that makes the big fucking ox? What's she called again? Well, time to see if they've got a force wheel for me. Bonnie Powell, yeah. Oh, this wasn't lethal at all. Why did I think this was lethal? I should have played Safekeeper this turn. Or, like, used this to kill the Malcolm. Mistakes were made. How did I miscount that? I like, counted to 11 just fine earlier this stream. Well, I guess we got a chain lightning in the deck somewhere. Make the second best play in any situation. Incredible. That sounds pretty good, Mark Chalice. I'd jam that. Torsten's like a really good hit, too. I mean, I guess resolving Fiery Confluence around all their soft counters isn't the worst. I just think it probably should have killed the Malcolm. I'm gonna skip this. The playlist is starting to merge into tracks that I've never heard before. Leave the Sky. Not quite in the mood for this either. What am I in the mood for? This'll do. Did I queue for the Power Cube IRL? I did not, side note. There's still a couple weeks left to attempt, but it's very unlikely. Hey, Sorbius, things have 55 months. So close to a year. Extremely close, yeah. So close with only 55 months. You were cheering for me? Well, I mean, it's not over. You can continue to cheer for me. You're allowed. Oh, bummer tomorrow now. Yeah, they played one extra track when I saw them. But yeah, I love their live show as well. Oh, they could have double blocked there. I mean, I guess unless they looted into the Fairy Mastermind from the copter. I did hear about James Earl Jones. Yeah, rest in peace. Nice old age of 93. Heck of a life, huh? Heck of an influence. It sure looks like I'm about to get Cryptic tapped, doesn't it? Over there looting away memory lapses. Fair enough. I think I want to wait until after my draw step here if they're going to Cryptic Tab. I might draw a haste creature, right? I didn't, but, you know, I could have. Activating the bill on my turn, so they can't respond. But like, even if they responded, we'd have the Safekeeper activations. So I don't know what I'm supposed to activate there. I think the opponent's trying to kill me here. Churning through the deck over there. Yeah, the original announcement for the Vegas qualifiers made me think I had like a really good shot, or at least like a reasonable shot, right? Get as many trophies as you can within a 2-day period. Something that I've like proved that I'm very good at, right? In the Cube for Charity, I've done that 4 years in a row and gotten between like 8 and 10 trophies every single time. And then there's 8 cube drafts, 8 64 persons across the week. So like, even if I'm only getting like 6 or 7 already, you know, I'm still getting a solid chunk of the drafts in. And then if I'm doing that, if I'm playing in all the 64s, I'm probably like winning a couple, right? Maybe not playing in every single draft each week, each qualifier draft, but out of like 8 attempts, even if I'm only playing in half of them, that's still like a really good chance. But after the first weekend, they were like, there's way too many fucking people trying for this. They were just like flooded with people jamming. So they changed it from 2 days to 1 day, and they changed it from a 3-0 to a 4-0, which means that instead of having, you know, 7 or 8 qualified 64s to play in a week, I've got like 1 or 2, which is just a very dramatic difference, right? A hugely different difference. I guess most differences are different, but they had to make changes, right? And it's cool that it's so successful. Folks are interested. Gotta be good for Vintage Cube, right? Pyroglyph. It's a 6/7, very close to lethal. Yeah, not pointing at Safekeeper this time. You got a burn spell for me? Yep, alright. Fair enough. Dang. Kind of a close little match there, huh? Yeah, I may have played that draw a little too aggressively. The instinct is always to clear the walker. And sometimes you should fight against that and just like try and clear the opponent, but maybe that was not the right spot for that. Good for Daybreak and Moto. The success of the Vintage Cube. Yeah. Of the Vegas qualifiers. Yeah, good to see them being victims of their own success. Hopefully that means they're going to do more sweet events like this, right? With this one being like a runaway success. Maybe it could be a yearly thing or something similar. You lost a match recently because you cleared red and 6 instead of going face. Yeah, I think that's like one of the trickier questions in Magic, is when to like clear the walker and when to go face. Obviously, the more aggressive your deck is, the more you should be valuing getting in damage. But that's also like a nice thing about playing creature decks, right? Is that you can just attack and clear your opponent's walkers, prevent them from getting their incremental advantage. Yeah, exiling Arwen. We are. I'll be taking that back. Trades? Tradesies? No? Okay. You always have to hit lands. I mean, maybe it's better. Maybe it's better to hit a land in that spot. Oh, this doesn't work. Okay. The Scale Lord gets to bring back Touch the Spirit Realm, which is a bit of a issue. I guess I'm supposed to cycle the Triome. It pumps the Kavu 1, but I don't know how much that matters. I'll give back Questing Beast. That's got to be much better for me, You're curious about Sauceful? It just means we got the sauce, friend. You gotta have the sauce if you can get lost in it. We're not one of those dried out streams. Ooh. Why are you doing that chain lightning? What are you doing that? I guess the issue is that the Guardian can just rebuy Palace Jailer every turn. Kind of a big issue. Is dry sauce like a paste? Well, I'm not saying that the sauce would be dry. I'm saying the other streams would be dry because they lack the sauce. Not us, though. We're sauceful. Yeah, hard to see a way to cruise through here, I give to you I choose a mortal life. That's a fucking Kavu just. True love, friends. How romantic. No! Arwen gave up immortality for that Kavu. This is heartless. You just gotta throw it in a hole. Maybe we draw like a haste creature here, I guess a Raptor's in the graveyard already. So far, the way the game has played out, it would have been better if we'd blown up a land. They wouldn't have played Questing Beast on time, and the Scale Lord would have been turned a bit slower. I think we would have had time to win. He's letting Arwen, okay. What bane is this? Tales of Time. Scrolling beneath my face here. You know, it'd be sick if we just like surveilled a fucking Fiery Confluence to the top of the library, and all of our decisions this game didn't matter. Ah, I see. I guess I hold on to Forest in case I draw Bill. Don't think I'm gonna have a lot of time though. Dead enough. Maybe I should play my own Palace Jailer. The issue is the double white. There's only like 5 white sources in this deck, which makes double white pretty rough. Usually you want at least like 6 white sources or 7. 7 would be ideal. We have all these dorks though, right? Avacyn's Pilgrim, Birds of Paradise. Yeah, let's do this. Got that. Just play a Plains. I have way too many mana sources. That's fine. Go down to 7 red, maybe? Sure. Yeah, Cabo looting makes this sort of tempting. We're gonna maul. This hand's actually a lot better. We get to bin the Primus or not, so we have our natural order target still in the deck. Get a bit better of a curve. Deathwitch Shaman here to bait out the hole. Currently we lack the second red, so I guess I bin this. Although I'm getting a loot in. Yeah, let's leave it on top. The card's too good. Maybe it should have been Chain Lightning. For sure I might land drop next turn for the bill, maybe. Oh yeah, earlier I was talking about Cowboys. I was trying to pick like the three best Cowboys from that set. And there's Bristly Bill. There's the Cowmaker. And then is it Oko? Is it just like Cowboy Oko? I was trying to think of a fuck, marry, kill a while back. What's the name of the Cowmaker again? You think Jasper Flint should be number 3? Ooh, I like that. I like that better than Oko. Oko's already got a spot. They did disband Black Lotus, yeah. Yeah, Bonnie Paul, Bristly Bill, Jasper Flynn. What's the fuck, marry, kill there? I think it's got to be Mary Bonnie Paul. She can take care of that Giant Ox. I've got to be easier than a Giant Ox. Although marrying Bristly Bill, I mean, probably going to get some nice property, huh? Landlord Bristly Bill here. ABT Craig TV thinks the sub thinks up 41 months there. It would hurt to fuck Bill. First time chatter. Thanks for contributing. Oh, we're so close. Not the first time we've had an opponent in Fiery Confluence range, but this is probably the first time we've had him in Fire Confluence range and had the Confluence in hand. Oh my god, we were never... It would have taken me so long to get there. What's the record? Not good. It's in the bottom right corner. We're 0-1, but we're going to game 3 in the second round. The stip was very specifically to draft an inferior deck, so it didn't go into this one with a lot of high hopes. Pretty real challenge, huh? You think Bill would be a prick, therefore not a good choice for marriage. Interesting. Oh, now they've got their Black Lotus game, Task failed successfully, yeah. The other right's a good draw. We can like turn 2 this Bone Crusher. Just try and block. Or that. That's probably better. Look at us having a removal spell. Where was that swords when a frog was eating our soup, huh? You then you take the obvious, kill Bill. You gotta kill Bill. There's a whole movie devoted to killing Bill. At least one movie devoted to killing Bill. Tarantino calls it one movie split in half. Okay, yeah. See, I was right, kind of. You pedantic fox. Oh, these fucking holes. Am I ever tired of being stuck in the hole? I think we're just activating Deathrite this turn, huh? Get a little drain in. Yeah, you wouldn't call it double album, 2 albums. That's a good point, you dude. That wouldn't make any sense. What if it's released as 2 separate albums? Like, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard put out two albums in microtonals that were, like, meant to go together, titling one of them KG and the other one LW. I paid for it like it was 2 albums. I don't know if there was a lethal in there. I don't think so, right? Because the night was only a 2-2. You'd ask Tarantino if he thought it was 2 albums or not. That's a good idea. Hey, we won a match. Not bad. 3-3 in matches. Looking like a very second-rate deck here. This Wasteland and Deathrite combo seems really good. I don't think... People have been talking about how, like, Deathrite Shaman could be unbanned and stuff. I don't think it could be in Legacy. It's really good with Wasteland. It's, like, stupid good with Wasteland, right? And Black, like, already went... So, like Black got a huge buff with orcs and frogs and stuff, and now you want to, like, give it another buff by unbanning Deathrite Shaman. There's spots where you could consider unbanning Deathrite, but I don't think we're there. It'd be like a very mild nerf to orcs, and then, like, who cares? Like, you just play your Deathrite in your orc deck. Oh, they Moxen. That is an exciting discard. All right, we got some work to do. Opponent activating is a good sign. Means they might not have the reanimation effect yet. All right, that's a bad sign again. Let's go tutor up the Surveil land. Even though it moves us away from having 2 green. Really want a creature here, right? So I can clear that Lily. So the Surveil seems important. I was hoping that Kavu would get some nice attacks in, huh? Exile the scary cards from the opponent's graveyard. I'm gonna bin this. I'd much rather have a creature. I think I'm gonna gain 4 here. Why not, right? How was High on Fire? High on Fire was fucking sick. And yes, I did get to see Mad Pike's glorious torso. I choose immortal life. Wub, 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 wub. Thup, 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 thup. Feels like this Arwen character falls in love very easily. Yeah, my Mad Pike came out shirtless, fucking rocked hard. Some real sick riffs, some real sick solos. I'm just gonna scoop. I'm just gonna scoop to this. Yeah, you win. I don't see any random graveyard hate here. I think we're running what we got. Can like attack with the territorial Kavu. Hey, Prebin, thanks for 33 months. Yay, Cube. Oh, very cool Singularity. Yeah, High on Fire is a little bit more my speed than Sleep. Something about Sleep's vocals just never landed for me. Obviously a great band, though. Dress down for ETB. The issue is, like, you dress down, they, like, don't draw off their thing, and they still have a 7/7 lifelink flying that you still lose to, because our deck's not very good at dealing with that. This is, like, close, right? Just need that green source. What's in the bank? Ooh, there's some actual graveyard hate. Let's try just leaving up Deathrite Shaman for the whole game. Let's see if that could work out. Maybe I shouldn't have fetched to play the Copter this turn. Just like fetch out another Triumph or whatever. Make sure we can play the Kavu next turn. And still hold up the Deathrite Shaman. Block. I have become dazed. Kind of hate this because I'm not, in fact, holding up Deathrite Exile unless we loot into a green source. I'm also scared to bin a Tali, right? In case they've got an Animate dead for me. Yeah, I think this went very well for the opponent. We'll see. We'll see on their turn whether I'm about to get moited or not. Oh, sure. The ability to crew Smuggler's Copter here has got to be like at least a little interesting, huh? The self-Thoughtseize, okay. It wasn't a self-Thoughtseize, they were Thoughtseizing me. I don't think I've heard this album enough. Nucleus by Witchcraft. Oh, I should have exiled a creature here. Because I might be playing a creature to crew the Copter. I can still do that. Yeah, basically just wondering what they're going to kill me with the sneak attack. Dead to Archon. Dead to Angel Finding Archon. Looks like they just said nothing. Sweet. To game 3 we go. This track kind of rules. I get new Witchcraft just because I was deeply incurious and only listened to Legend over and over and over again. Kind of wonder if I should have gone to 5 here, right? Just really not a good hand. Maybe Arwen's better than Natali on the keep 2. All right. Here, Arwen would have been playable. Do they have an Animate Dead for my Atali? If they do, Atali would have been net negative through the whole draft. Just the worst card. Chrome Mox coming down. What are we doing with all that then? Where's that imprinted? What if this is repping like a hardcast Force Will? Oh, you know what it is? It's probably the Flash 3/3. They're gonna Flash, steal my Raptor. Uptick the Liliana, you won't do it. You won't. Yeah, they didn't. What? I don't understand this. I guess they're just trying to lock me with Corpse Dance Cruxa. That was a Kenexai step back in the day. He stepped it a few times to try and get me to lock someone with that. It's hard, though. It's hard to lock somebody out. We 6 them down to 11. They 2 me down to 9. They can Corpse Dance during my draw step and grief what I draw, but if I draw a land, I can double pump Raptor. And then for 8, put them down to 5. And then they would 2 me down to 7. And then... God damn it. I think missing the... I think if I hit a land here, I get to win the race, and not hitting a land, I think I get to lose the race. Is how it works, weirdly. Because 6+6 doesn't kill them, and I lose my card next turn. Oh, there's a block, too. I have to attack, though. Like, Corpse Dance getting back Cruxa. The only thing that I can do about that is rip an instant, right? So now we're going to get 5'd per turn. So I think Swords of Plowshares is my only out. My only potential rip. Oh, no, they keep getting Grief back. They keep getting Grief back because the Grief blocked. It didn't get exiled. Okay, now they're trying to Grief plus Orc Army. I failed to draw land again. Okay. This is kind of weird, right? Like, I attack, I trade, and then they have to get back Grief again. Like, if I pass here, the Grief exiles, but then they start getting back Cruxa, and I think that's worse for me, because then it's, like, doming me for 3-2. Or I guess it's not always doming me, right? If I discarded non-land... Alright, let's pass. So now we want to draw a non-land. Yeah, I think if we draw a land there, we would have lost. But the game's still on here. But if we draw a land, they put us to 5, and then I can't make this attack, right? Because they hit me for 2, and they'll just get it back with it when I have an empty hand. Yeah, versus the Grief Recursion, we really wanted to draw lands. But now that they're recurring Cruxa, we want to draw non-lands. Very weird game. And a Bolt would still kill me here, right? Or actually, a land would have killed me. Oh, I think this death does it, yeah. They can death back the Cruxa. I lose 3, and then they Corpse Dance. That'll do her. Well met, Synthetic God. Well met, They don't even have to kick him. Yeah, land would have also done it because they could have kicked Corpse Dance and then unkicked the second casting. So they had a lot of ways to win from there. But we give ourselves the best chance of winning from our attacks and our non-attacks and such. I think I played that reasonably.